let's have a look at the blood deck. Alrighty, so here is the blood deck for the arena. This is a mono blood deck. It runs 24 shards. You do not need Crackling Vortex at all. That's just a little bit of a bonus if you've got them. It's perfectly fine to just run, for pure consistency's sake, 24, which is normally what I've been doing. I'm going to try it out with just a couple though. But 24, you don't really need the extra charges of this. So let's actually sort this. I think it was actually fine. Yeah, it was. So yeah, arena deck, mono blood, only using 5 pieces of equipment, nothing for the head slot, nothing at the moment has a head slot piece that I can use, but I'm sure that will change in the future. Like, I wouldn't mind getting, like, if there's a head piece for, let's see what I'm not using, like Vampire King for example, he might have like a crown or something, you know, that would be fitting. So that would be pretty sweet to have an equipment for him, because I've got a free slot. But anyway, this is what we got so far. So let's first look at the first troop here. This deck does really well in Arena, Elfstone. So yeah, Fertile Engorger is a very nice 1-drop. So the way it works, it's at the start of your turn, it chooses one at random. Basically, it'll either add 1 counter to it or 2 counters. If it adds 2, then it sacrifices and creates a battle hopper for each counter. So at minimum, you're going to get 2 troops, because it will only ever sacrifice when it gets the 2 counters in the one turn, at the start of the turn. So if it gets 1, then it will just sit there and stay as a 0-3, so a good blocker early game. If then, say, the next turn it gets 2, then you get 3 dudes. Now, the equipment is what makes this really shine, because Battle Hoppers pretty useless, but good chump blockers. Still good sacrificial targets for Benoshi and Necessary Sacrifice, sure. But the equipment is called Kit Catchers. It's a glove slot, and it makes it so it makes Killblades of the Milky Eye instead of Battle Hoppers, which is insane. So let me show you, for those of you unfamiliar with what a Killblade is. It's a 1/1/1, but it has lethal, so no matter what it hits, it'll kill it. So very good against things like any, you know, like Zoltog, really good against Zoltog, because you can then just block out his troops and kill them with just little dudes. Very good against Zarlox if he gets those free spiders. You could then just potentially kill them with some Milky Eyes, which keeps you safe. But yeah, very good value, and it helps fuel the sacrifice. So we got 4 necessary sacrifice, which is something that requires you to pay the cost of a troop. So you have to sacrifice a troop, and then you draw 3 cards. So this is the fuel for that, the little dudes it makes. And it also fuels Benoshi very well. Benoshi also very good to use on things like Darkspire Priestess, as when this dies, you either get damage to the opposing champion, or you get to grab a troop from your deck with Darkspire in its name. Now the equipment for this is the Darkspire Longblade, and this makes it so when it dies, it has a chance of doing 6 damage to your opponent, 3 damage to your opponent, and grab a troop, or grab 2 troops. So it's pretty insane. Like, it might do, you know, like I said, the 6, so that's amazing if it does 6 damage when dying. You can do 3 damage and grab a troop, or just grab 2 troops. So very good advantage. So you get a lot of advantage there, a lot of advantage here. You've got the sacrifice for more advantage. You've got extinction in the case of emergencies to destroy all troops. You've then got probably one of the best 2-drops in the game. It's obviously a PvE only card, but it's a 2/2 for 2 blood threshold, life drain. The equipment is what really makes this crazy. Let's first look at that. We got the chest piece. Now this makes it so when your Leeching Burrower dies, it makes a new one, takes the dead one and puts both of those in the deck. Then all the Leeching Burrowers in the deck then get stronger based on the attack and defense. So very, very nice 2-drop. Can be very good against certain bosses, like for example Paladin. Just, you know, hitting in for 2, just that one hit, you know, turn 2, puts you 4 health difference, which makes his charge power harder for him to get, you know, into a point where it really starts hurting you, especially if you're keeping this on the board. One thing that works really well is you play this turn 2, then on turn 3 you could, for example, play a Priestess, sacrifice it, make this guy a 4/4, hit in for 4, and you've healed for 4, and put even more life, more variance between the life totals of you and your opponent. So that works very nice. We've got Life Siphon here just as a one-of, as a very nice finisher, as there's been times where you know, against some bosses they can get very lucky and get lots of troops out of nowhere. Some of the challenges can get really tough if it drags on a bit too long. And then, you know, the board state, like, you might not be able to hit in with your troops anymore. Generally the deck is fine, because you can just, like, alright, I'll throw my priestesses at you, let them die, and you'll probably take big damage. But then a life siphon, it could be all you need to just finish it off. So having one in the deck is fine, especially with all the card draw the deck has. So then you've got Brood Creeper as well, which is a very good troop in terms of it's a 3/2 for 3, and it creates a spider spawn when you hit an opposing champion. Now the equipment is what makes it really insane. It's a trinket slot, and makes it so when it enters play, it exhausts the target opposing troop, and then it can't ready for the next ready step. So really allows you to hit in with certain cards. It also works very nice with Monsoon, as does a lot of things in the deck. Monsoon is a legendary, one of the more expensive legendaries in set 2. It's actually probably the most expensive, actually. So yeah, what he does is, it's hard to read because there's a lot of text on him, but I'll just quickly explain. First of all, he's a Rage 2 dude, so you know you can just hard cast him for 3, and he's basically a 5/3 when he attacks on the first time. He's a tunneling 4, and the way he works, you tunnel him on, say, turn 2 if you've got him. You could then play out a Fertile Engorger, which works very nice with Monsoon, because then, you know, when it sacrifices and gives you those dudes, all those dudes get the counters. The Engorger itself gets the counter, and will come back to life. So, you know, works very nice there. Playing this out to tap something down, sacrificing it to then get it back later to get that effect once again works very nice. With Darkspires works very nice. But yeah, sorry, I didn't actually explain how this worked. So, the way it does work is every time you play a troop after he tunnels, the troops get a decoy counter on it. Then when those troops die, so if you sacrifice them with Benoshi, which there's his charge power there, you give another troop +2/+2 by sacrificing one. You know, when the troops die, when he untunnels 4 turns later, he brings those troops back that have decoy counters on them and puts them into play, and you get their effects again. So you might get a discard with a Corpse Slayer. Again, you might just get more priestesses back to sacrifice and get more damage triggers or more priestesses. You might get a bunch of Milky Blade guys back. You might get the Engorger back itself. Lots of synergy there, and the deck has lots of ways, due to Monsoon, due to Engorger, due to Necessary Sacrifice, the priestesses, lots of ways to gain advantage and lots of sustain. You've also, like I said, you've got the Extinction in case of emergency. You can also do this while he's underground, if you know you're going to get your troops back, and it's beneficial to just blow everything up, knowing that you're then going to have, thanks to Monsoon, like 6 troops on the board to nothing. Well then, go for it. And then we've got Vampire King, which is another expensive legendary. You know, just really good value for a 4-cost troop. It's a 3/4 flyer, so you get that evasion, and when he hits a opposing champion's face, you get to reveal a random card from that champion's hand. If it's a troop, it transforms it into a vampire, which is a 2/2 life drain flyer, and puts it into play. So that's basically the deck. Alright, the boots here for the Leeching Burrows gives it speed and crush, so also very nice. I think that's pretty much everything, so let's jump in. Let's jump into the arena, as we can explain more as we play it, as we show it off. So I've called this deck just Value, which I didn't really have a name for it. I think I also renamed it like Bloody Sweet or something. I mean, it's a blood deck. Yeah, there we go, Bloody Sweet. Skip tier 1. So I'll go over the equipment again and whatnot as we play it. Yep, we want to skip that. So let's battle. So yeah, the deck is very, very consistent. I've won, I think I've beaten... I mean, I know I've beaten Iranez once with the deck. Yeah, no, the 2 times I've beat him, one was with the Skarn deck, when I mulled to 4. I got lucky and still won. And this deck has also beaten Iranez, but I haven't seen him since then. But yeah, let's see what sort of hand we get. So 2 shards, 3 shards. Not a great hand here. Not a great hand. But, I mean, I'm still going to keep it. Sensei can get pretty nuts, though, with the amount of tunnelers. Oh, and he gets a free tunneler. I actually versed Sensei here with a free Reese tunnel the other day. It was pretty rough. I wasn't using this deck, though. This deck would can handle it rather fine. So again, we've got the equipment for the Leeching Burrower. Makes it so when it dies, it creates a new Leeching Burrower and puts both of them into your deck and makes all the Leeching Burrowers in your deck stronger based on their current stats. That was a decent draw. You've got the boots for the Leeching Burrower as well, giving it speed and crush, which also works very nice with necessary sacrifice, because if say you've got a 2/2 Leeching Burrower, you've then sacrificed with Benoshi to make it bigger into a 4/4, and then you sacrifice something, or maybe say it dies, and then you sacrifice to draw some cards. If you then get a Leeching Burrower, you're going to have a very big Leeching Burrower that has speed and crush and life drain, and it's just really, really sweet. Then you've got the lure here for the Brood Creeper, which gives it the same effect that Bastion has, which is the Diamond Human, where you can tap down a troop and it stays tapped down for the opponent's next turn. So that's very nice. So I'm sure I'll be able to show that off. Maybe not this game, but I'll do a few games here. So a spy, that's fine. That was actually the free tunnel, the tunnel challenge here. So that's more than fine. I'll probably even block if it attacks. I got the Fertile Engorger, which just means instead of getting Battle Hoppers, you get Killblades of the Milky Eye, which is obviously very nice. And then the more expensive equipment here, which is tough to get, is the Darkspire Longblade, which makes the Priestesses really super good. Alright, so I didn't get anything there. So I don't think the AI will block me here. So I'm going to attack in, and then I'm going to... Yeah, I'm just going to attack in. I was going to say I could sacrifice this, but I might as well make a Vampire King better. There is a Corpsefly equipment, but I believe it's a glove slot. So definitely do not want to replace the kit catchers here. But the Corpsefly one, not exactly essential for against the AI, because all the Corpsefly equipment does is make it so the Corpseflies make your opponent discard a card at random, which the AI picks cards at random anyway. I mean, it doesn't. That's, I mean, well, in a way it does, of course, but it is programmed to not just throw away its best card, for example. Sometimes it throws away good cards, but that's probably because it has something better. Like it has probably a priority list or something. But you know, again, this equipment is just really, really good for the Fertile Engorgers. So yeah, I don't have a headpiece though, but there's, you know, like I said earlier, when we get more equipment in the game, you know, maybe we'll get something for, like a crown for the Vampire King here, that makes it so when you play him, it looks at your opponent's hand and picks a card at random, and if it's a troop, you get a vampire! I mean, that would be OP, but that'd be pretty damn insane. But who knows, who knows. I would really be sweet to get a crown for that spot for him. That would be really sweet for this deck. So I'm going to attack in first here with both of these. I still don't think the AI will block me. If it does, I'm not going to be sad. But I don't think it will. I don't think, yes, it's not deeming it necessary to block yet. But I'm happy with that, because now I sacrifice the Priestess. I've hit in for the 2. We now make the Vampire King a lot stronger. And we also get, now we've just got a 3 damage trigger there, and a troop thanks to the Darkspire Longblade. So it has a chance of doing 6 damage, or as it just did there, 3 damage in a troop, or 2 troops. I mean, yeah, it is all about the OP in PvE. And obviously PvE will get harder in the future. It definitely will get a lot harder when the AI gets smarter. When we're getting actual dungeons with crazy cards, and especially raids, of course. But you don't want to make things too OP where, you know, you could use a wig. That would actually be funny. I'm going to suggest that. I'm going to suggest a wig for the Vampire King. That would be funny. So what would the wig do? I mean, he could become a judge, a Vampire King. Like, he's going to be a judge, and he, I don't know. Anyway, he could get a wig, a judge's wig, and when he enters play, if he deems you unworthy, you just lose the game. That's like, oh, you're a sensei? Yeah, you're not worthy, you're dead. So you just win. Alright, so what do we want to do here? We'll play the Shard. So I might as well just swing for 5. I'll leave back the Punisher, and there's no point just letting it die, even though I'll get a benefit from it, as in maybe a discard or whatnot. There's really no need to just do that, as I don't need to. and there's these could both untunnel next turn. So, oh, that's a nice hit. That's a nice hit. So there's a free vampire, 2/2 life drain flyer, and I'll probably just corpse fly and priestess here. So now I can win just with the Darkspire dying. I mean, I've already got fatal in the air by very easily have fatal in the air. But I've also just now, let's say the AI had an extinction, which I don't think this deck runs extinction. Let's just say it did. Everything dies. This maybe gives me a troop. This maybe hits in for 6 and I just win, or I get more troops. And then I've got, again, we've got the recovery here with card draw, plus another Vampire King as well. So we got a lethal tunneler there. AI is not going to attack though. It's feeling pressured, so it gets a bit scared when that happens. It might attack with one thing, but I think it just holds back here, as that's generally what it does when it's on low health and it's like, I'm in trouble. It panics. It panics. So now it's just dead as well. I think it does run Turbulence in this deck, but it's only got one shard open. Alright, so we get to show off the Brood Creeper here, the equipment. So when he enters play, we get to pick a troop. Yep, disregard that. We tap down one. And there you go. And that troop will now stay tapped down for the next turn as well. But obviously doesn't matter here, as I am about to win. So, fairly easy, not exactly... I mean, that was what, turn 5? Did I miss a shard? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was turn 6. I didn't really pay attention. But it wasn't slow, and there was no pressure, no sweat. But not exactly a tough matchup. Can be at times, with the amount of tunnelers it gets. But, yeah, Sensei can be. The Blood deck has really good matchups against pretty much the whole arena, though. I've gone 15-0 many times. Alright, let's play first. Let's see if we can show off some of the other stuff, like the tunnel dudes. There we go, Leeching Burrow, there we go. That's what we're looking for, because that's what I want to show you guys. So let's keep the hand on the play, so I get to play Blood, Leeching Burrow turn 2. As I was saying, probably the best 2-drop in the game, with the equipment anyway. So the Darkspire Enforcer is doing a mulligan here, which is fine by me. What does he have again? That's fine, yeah, nothing really to worry about. Let's play the Blood, pass the turn. Just got a phone call, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. Just had a quick phone call. I told him to smack off. I'm streaming. And my dog started going mental, as you can hear. Come here, Bella. Come here. Come on. Let's play, Bella. Let's play. Alright, so hopefully we draw a shard here. And we can... oh, hello, Gordazuma. That's fine. Let's hit a shard. Let's hit a shard. Any shard. Any shard. Come on, here we go. Shardy McShard. No. Oh, well. Oh well, so I might as well attack here, as it very likely will block, but I can't block. I mean, actually it can't block, so never mind. Gordazuma, he refuses to block. So it's all good, I can actually just attack, negating the hit he's going to do to me. Hopefully I don't get stuck on 2 shards. Getting stuck on 2 shards will probably be a loss. But if I hit a 3rd shard, I'll probably be more than fine. I can corpse fly, sacrifice the fly, make this a 4/4. which is definitely an option since I have 3 flies. So we'll throw those over here. I might even sacrifice like a Punisher though, as that has a chance of a discard or giving me another troop, which could be relevant. Let's hopefully hit a shard here though. I can still attack though, as this also cannot block. This deck's all about just hitting you in the face and not really defending. Let's see what we get. Shard please. Or a 2-drop. Alright, good. So, I'm going to go with the Punisher. I'm going to sacrifice it. And I'm going to make this a 4/4 Leeching Burrower with... Oh, there we go. We get the Priestess there. More than happy to take that one. If I hit another shard next turn, I'll probably just Vampire King. Because my life drain will negate most of the damage. Like, I'm going to take 6, sure, but I'm going to 26, so... You know, it's not really a big deal at the moment. It obviously will get to a point where it could be, but as long as I draw... I mean, I still got plenty of things I can play. And since these both cannot block, I can actually just play a fly, chump block the Gortazuma, and continue hitting in. Probably just win with a Leeching Burrow, technically. So we'll find out. We'll find out if that's the case. Just checking to make sure everything's okay. My dog's hitting random buttons. Bella, stop it. Alright, so we take the 6, which, you know, again, I've already negated thanks to the life drain. What are you trying to do, hey? So a Priestess can block, but that's not going to, so it's fine. So if it does block, it'll still do crush damage as well. 3 damage to the face. There we go, we get the shard, so now we can play the Vampire King. Why not? And then if I hit a shard next turn, I can do Priestess and fly. So let's go in with a Leeching Burrow again. I don't think it'll block, but it's not going to be attacking with pretty much these two. Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the AI will probably actually not attack anymore, as again it's getting to that point where it might feel pressured. But I would imagine it still maybe attacks with these since they are things that cannot block. So it might still attack with those, I don't know. But oh, okay, it just put itself in a very dangerous position. 6 life now. I mean, it already was in a dangerous position, but now it might not attack. So it still goes with Gortazuma, alright, that's fair. So again, I can take the hit. I'm under no pressure at all. I've got, you know, 2 swings in the air and I win. This can now get blocked and killed. But, I'm fine with that. I don't really... I could just hold it back now if I want. Hit in with the Vampire King. We'll see what I draw. Another Extinction. Alright, so we don't need those. Let's just swing. Why not? It's gonna kill... I mean, it can't block there, so it can double block. And I'm fine with that. Because, you know, if I draw a Leeching Burrower now, it'll be... I believe an 8, you know, if I draw... Yeah, it'll be an 8/8 Leeching Burrower. With speed, life drain, crush. It's pretty insane. So I hit a Vortex. And I'll just play a Priestess, because I can block with it, and then possibly just win on my opponent's turn. Why not? Because I'm at 24 life to do, so it's not like I need to get the value out of my resources here by doing... I mean, I'd still only be playing one thing, so I might as well play the thing that can possibly let me win a bit quicker, which is the Priestess here. Even if it was a default Priestess, it still has the chance. But this gives it basically a double chance, because it can do 6 damage, or it can do 3, and a troop, or just 2 troops. So I'm going to block here. I'm going to say, you know what, I'm going to say my wizard powers tell me it's going to be a win right here. Here we go. It's probably not going to be, now that I've said that. There we go, I did win. You'll notice that -1, but it waits till you grab a troop, and yeah. So I got the 3 damage, plus the Priestess trigger there. So working very nicely. As you saw, under no pressure again, really. No sweat, no sweat. And yeah, the deck may seem a little bit slow, but that's mainly just due to my lag. Like, the arena is normally really fast when I'm playing offline. Like, it's very, very fast. But with all my upload is being used by the stream right now, so it does make it seem slower. Oh, look at this. This is looking good. That's a nice hand. Very nice hand. Still haven't got to show the Fertile Engorger yet. That would have been nice. But I'll do another, I mean, I'm just going to keep playing for a bit. And then hopefully we'll get to see that Fertile Engorger at some point, as I would like to show off the troops that have equipment. So we've showed off pretty much everything except that one so far. The way the gloves work, and the way that troop works. So it would be nice to get that. I don't have to get it turn 1 either. I could, just as long as I get to show it at some point. Which, against the Construct Foreman, very likely I'll get to show it this game. Especially with him doing a craze rummaging, we might get one right now. We'll probably get to see 3 of them and then they get thrown in the bin. Nope. We did lose some shards though, that could be annoying. But I do have a couple 2-drops. So, we'll see how we draw. Oh, there we go, another shard. But yeah, with him giving us more card draw, it's likely that we'll get to show off that Fertile Engorger this game. But we're going to be able to do the, again, the 2 damage speed, giving us a 4 health advantage already. And then next turn we can play a Priestess, sacrifice it, and then get this at 4/4 with that life drain, crush, speed, all that. It's very nice. Alright. So we get to draw another card draw. I mean, it's putting booby traps in there, but that's fine because we have life drain. Actually, I think it just hit a booby trap. Yeah, it must have. Wait. Yeah, because now it's took 6, so it took 4 from a booby trap just now. So he's hurting himself. This champion, his charge power is probably the easiest one to deal with because, I mean, it hurts him just as much as it hurts you. So let's see if the Priestess gives us a 6 damage trigger here. Let's see what we get. I'm going to guess it's going to give me 2 Priestesses though. Oh, I got 1. So I got 3 damage there. I'm going to do another 4. Bella, what are you trying to do to me? Hey? You trying to scratch my chest? Little mongrel? So this game's actually... we might not get to see the Fertile Engorger after all, as we may just win this one very quickly. How did I become so good at rambling? I mean, you just keep talking. As long as you keep talking, then that's all that's required. It's really not that hard. You just keep your mouth moving. I gotta keep talking though, because I'm gonna be... everything I'm talking about now is going to be... oh, that's a bit annoying. Everything... oh, actually no, it's not. We got the Brood Creeper. But yeah, this is going to be episode 5 of Wreaking Havoc, which I'm going to put on the HEX website with the deck list and all that sort of good stuff. So that's why I'm trying to keep it interesting, but also go over the way everything works, so people get the general idea of how the deck works. But yeah, not going to be able to show off that Fertile Engorger this game, as this is now not going to be able to block, and it needs to bring out basically 2 troops next turn, as either of these will do fatal. So yeah. Alright, so I'm at 30 life to 3. He may even hit a booby trap, that'd be funny. He may even kill himself by using this charge power, as it very likely will use a shard. But will it kill itself? I have seen him do it before. Let's see. He'll do it at the end of his turn, which there it is. Does he die? Nope. Gets a Psychotic Anarchist though. But that's only 1 troop, so he's still dead. He's still dead. Shook an Edge, how you going? Welcome. Alright, so... yeah, let's just swing. Let's swing and win. Click, click. Boom. So unless it has a burn... it's dead. Yeah, alright. Alrighty. Bella, sit down. So yeah, as you can see, the deck pretty consistent, but so far we haven't came against a tough match. Hero of Adamant can be pretty annoying, but also, since the deck does have a lot of sacrifice, the charge power, the passive, can actually help you out as well. But this deck can get a bit nuts. I actually versed it just before with my other deck, and he kept getting Royal Den Mother back. Like, I kept killing it, and it was just that 25% chance just kept happening. Oh, there it is, the Fertile Engorger. Oh, very nice hand this time. We've got the turn 1 play, the turn 2 play, the turn 3 play, and the Extinction is not great against this passive, so the passive here, 25% chance that its controller creates a card with that card name and puts it into play when a card leaves play. So, like I said, I kept killing a Royal Den Mother, and it just kept coming back and creating more bears, and yeah, it was pretty nuts. How you going, Phoenix? 7 AM to wake up for delivery of stuff. It should be a crime. I mean, Bella, what are you trying to do to me, gal? Like, seriously, what are you trying to do? Huh? What are you trying to do to me? Bella's going a bit nuts right now. Alright, so Fertile Engorger. We get to show this off now. So again, by default it makes Battle Hoppers, but with the equipment it makes very, very tasty Killblades of the Milky Eye, lethal troops. So very good at locking down the ground. So let's see how many we're going to get. At minimum you get 2. At minimum. So very good for a 1 cost. Bella, what are you trying to do? Alright, bugger off. Go away. Little spaz. I think she wants to go outside, but she's going to have to wait. Alright, so as you see, we got 1 counter there, so that means we're going to get a minimum of 3 Killblades of the Milky Eye now, and all we did was pay 1. Now, of course, it could die in the meantime before it gets to pop, but, I mean, it's got 3 health, so it's unlikely that's going to happen. And against the AI as well, it doesn't prioritize killing something like this, and only certain colors can actually do it anyway, like, there's really not much Sapphire or Diamond can do about it. So we're going to get those Killblades of the Milky Eye, and they're going to do quite some work. Not to mention that we've got that 25% chance that when the Engorger dies, we get another Engorger. So we'll see what happens. And then when we sacrifice the Killblades, there's a chance that they come back. So, like, we may even play the Corpse Fly next turn, sacrifice it, make this a 4/4. Maybe we get another Corpse Fly to then discard twice. Would be pretty sweet. Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, there we go. So we got the 3 Killblades of the Milky Eye, like such good value. And that is why I originally called the deck Value. Should be called Value Town or something. So we'll play the Corpse Fly here, making the Hero of Adamant loser card. How you going, Hacky? So discard. And we make it lose an Exalted Victor. We're going to sacrifice it. We're going to... I could keep that actually in the air. And sacrifice a Killblade. Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. Let's just sacrifice the fly. We didn't get that 25% trigger from the passive, so no new fly. But oh well. Head in for 4. Looking good. We got Vamp Kings for next turn, and the turn after. So looking very nice.
Hello.
Alrighty, Buccaneer. Alright, so if that bounces my Burrow, which it will, because it's the threat, it's perceiving a threat there. It's like, ah, get that ugly thing. Oh, look at that. That 25% chance, free Burrower. Free Burrower. Always nice. So it's gonna now bounce this one. Will I get another one? That'd be pretty funny. Oh, it got a new one. Make me a new one. Oh! Oh, that's sweet. Yes, Bella, I know. It's awesome. It's awesome, isn't it, Bella? Okay, calm down. Calm down. Come here. Come here. Alright, that's pretty sweet. I haven't needed the giant mosquito at all. Wait, is the mosquito... It's got a headpiece? I mean, I guess I could... I mean, I like the Corpse Flies because it's 2 for 1. So if you meant mosquito over Corpse Fly, like I just, yeah. I mean, I got enough lethal for the ground stuff. There's not a huge amount of flies in the game that that the AI runs. But yeah, we got a bunch of dudes. So I could just go back with my 4/4. let's go with the Vamp King since the hand is still plentiful. We'll rip that one apart. So let's attack with everything though, which could be annoying because letting the Buccaneers die gives that 25% chance. You know, if it blocks, probably going to block at least one. Oh, okay, it's going to double block a very questionable double block there. But yeah, Mosquito's a helmet, but again, I mean, you're still sure you get a lethal flyer. It's also weak, but the Corpse Slayer, you know, just 2 for 1 is pretty sweet. Yeah. So yeah, didn't get a free Buccaneer, so that's good. Yeah, no, I'm using 2 extinctions. I don't think there's a need for 4. Okay, that's annoying. So there goes the Vampire King. That's okay. We got another one. It's all good. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. He's back again. I'm getting pretty lucky on that 25% chance there. Normally it goes against me. This time it's definitely been in my favor. So I get to swing as well because it happened during my opponent's turn. So he's ready to go. He's ready to go. Alright, so what do we want to do this turn? We might as well go with our speed dude and just do a buttload of damage. So we'll do that. We'll swing with everything. Pew pew! And I'll show the deck list again after this tier. When I finish this tier, I'll... Oh, there we go. We got a vampire. What did we reveal? I didn't even... Actually, we can look. Mindcaller, okay. Alright. Bella, calm down. Come on. Sit down, you spaz. A town crier with no troops on the board. Alright, discard more than you've got. Ah, Bella, stop scratching me. Alright, so obviously I win here. The computer is at 1 health. And again, as you see, there was no pressure. Once again, I'm at 37 life. Everything fully under control. And we'll just swing. Sure, I could tap down this. There's really no need. I'll just swing with those. That'll do. Yeah, it's one thing I've been trying to, like, the Darkspire Longblade here. I've only got the 1 and I've never seen it again. It's a tough one to get as well, uncommon. I don't know what drops it though. Alright, so against Dezume here for the boss for this tier. So I'll do this match and then I'll go and show the deck again of what's in it. And if you have missed the start of this or any of it, you want to watch it again, I will be uploading this to the HEX website. So yeah, with the deck list and all that stuff. So let's play first. Valar, stop scratching me. Uh-oh. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna keep this in the hopes that I draw some troops. Like a Fertile Engorger would be the best draw ever. And I've got several turns to draw it, because getting Monsoon out first before putting it out is actually better anyway. Alright, so that free resource there is actually a bit useless for me. It does mean I can do Monsoon right now, but I've got nothing else to put on the board. I mean, I might as well, because I am hoping that I'm going to draw troops, so I'm going to tunnel him right now. So that free resource from beating a challenge earlier would be really nice right now if I had troops. And it's, you know, let's hopefully draw some troops. Let's hopefully draw. I mean, it's going to be really bad if I just draw no troops. But this deck runs a lot of troops. Like, it's pretty much all troops except for the 4 necessary sacrifice and the 2 extinction. And I think that's it, unless I'm forgetting. Yeah, it's pretty much all troops. The Leeching Burrows do not benefit from Monsoon, though, as they have that trigger puts them into your deck. So they never stay in the grave. Yep, and yep, Wizard Powers once again at work. I figured, yeah, I'm probably going to be drawing that troop, but I can always necessary sacrifice this, which will then put them, you know, get me that card draw next turn, so that's fine. I'll very likely do that, unless of course I draw a troop. I can always just potentially, say I get a Priestess, I could play that out, sacrifice it the next turn. But I'll probably sacrifice the Leeching Burrow because it's also, you know, puts it back in your deck and a new one. So you'll have 5 of them in the deck. They're all going to be a lot bigger. And then if the necessary sacrifice draws me one, well then sweet. Again though, they don't benefit from Monsoon. But it's the only thing that doesn't benefit from Monsoon in the deck. So that's fine, because it is a very good troop. Yes, it does come back, Elfstone. The Fertile Engorger, when it's sacrificed... There it is, there we go. So we speak of the devil. when this dies now, which, well, we might as well use the Vortex here. We're not gonna... I mean, I could sacrifice this if I want to, but I just don't need to. So I'll just attack in with the Burrower. But when this now creates those Killblades, all the Killblades will get... Let's say I create 3 Killblades. They're all going to get the decoy counter. The Engorger now has the decoy counter, so when she dies, she also will come back when Monsoon untunnels in a few turns. And that's, you know, like I said, there's a lot of synergy in the deck. A lot of sustain, a lot of ways to, you know, gain advantage. Like I had obviously not a very good hand. That's going to change in a few seconds. In a few turns, anyway. So that's my turn. The next turn, all that's going to change. I'm going to be drawing 3 cards. I'm going to potentially have a lot of dudes. Like, if this doesn't pop yet, I'll just sacrifice the Burrow, I think. I will probably attack first, as the AI definitely won't block. Well, it might now with the Sensei. But I'm hoping this just pops. I don't really need more than 3 of these dudes, especially with Monsoon underground. But the cool thing as well is this pops, say it doesn't pop, say it pops on the turn Monsoon untunnels, it pops beforehand. So Monsoon then still instantly brings back the Engorger. Don't! I got another Leeching Burrow. Not exactly what I was looking for. Not exactly what I was looking for. Alright, let's just sacrifice this guy. Can't attack now because that will just block. So we'll just sacrifice and get... Oh, look at that. That's pretty sexy. Now, they might not pop, so they might just keep sitting there getting counters. So if I wanted to, I could sacrifice, but we'll just see what happens. We got now 2 chances. You know, like I said, they will pop before Monsoon comes out, so then he instantly will bring back the Engorgers if they both pop. So hopefully that's what happens. Hopefully they both decide to explode their litter all over the place, and then we get them back, and yeah. That would be very nice, because I'm going to need it. This deck can get out of control. Azume can just put a lot of stuff on the board. So I can do... Now, I could have Wild Growth, but and I don't really need to block since I have Life Drain. But you know what? Since I do have Monsoon, even if it does use a Wild Growth here, I'm still going to get it back. It's still going to keep the counters, so I'm okay with one of them dying, because then it still comes back, and then I still get more dudes anyway, so it's really not a big deal. I mean, I didn't say Fertile Engorger was sexy. I said the card, the way it works is sexy. Look at that. Here we go. Boom. It just brought it back as it popped. And it can do it all over again. I mean, Monsoon's like, hey, that's not enough kids. Come over here. I got some more, I got some more for you. Just wait, we need some more. We need some more kids. Alright, so we got the Leeching Burrow here, so it's a 4/4 thanks to the necessary sacrifice I did earlier. All of them in the deck are 4/4s now. So we can play that here. We can also... Yeah, we're going to play the Leeching Burrow. We're going to play the Priestess. Now, what I could do here is keep the Monsoon alive, but I don't really care about the Monsoon anymore. He did his job. So we'll say thank you very much for your service, and we'll send him off to his death. Because we have more in the deck, and he is unique after all, so I don't mind if he dies. The AI will definitely block him here. I'm going to hit in for 6. But yeah, very, very powerful effect. I think it did come back with the charges. I don't think... Well, let me read it. I mean, yeah, the counters do not disappear, so I think that is the one that popped. Wait a second. Which one died? I don't know. I didn't really keep track of it, but anyway. I got it back, and we're gonna get some more kill blades. We're gonna lose 2 of them here. Which, okay, the AI decides to not block. I mean, it is at 9 health. And I do have a big dude on the board, so I guess it's like, no! Get a shard here, I can use my charge power again. I will hit a shard. I'm going to guarantee that. Oh, look at all that. Four dudes. And there's the power of that. So let's grab a shard. So, let's see. We'll just sacrifice this one. Alright, I don't need that many engorgers. Like, really? I didn't get a shard as well. Oh well. Let's just play it out. So if I attack with this, I am going to lose it, but it's really not a bad thing, is it? Maybe I should have attacked first and then done the necessary sacrifice, because then it's likely I would have drawn another one again, so that was a bit of a punt, but not a big deal. I could have attacked with more there. That was a bit of a mistake. So we definitely want to kill the Swift Striker. Whoops, this one here. We kill these 2 guys, they're the more troublesome buggers. Alright, so we're just going to have an army of Killblades in a minute. I'm at 34 life to 9. Nyek, nyek, nyek. Yes, I only have the one equipment because I'm using chest piece. You know, it's not a headpiece, otherwise I would be using it, but all the other equipment is pretty much essential. Like, it's probably a trinket, I'm guessing, the other Fertile Engorger thing. But it's not like I really need more Killblades, right? So I don't need these coming into play with a counter on them. I really don't. Like, it's not horrible, it's just not necessary. And this equipment is really, really powerful. Having a Bastion on a 3-drop that then can hit in and create more dudes, I mean, that gets you some nice blockers, some nice attackers. So I really like the Bastion equipment. Well, I call it the Bastion equipment because it gives that effect of what the Bastion has. So we've got the army of Killblades. There's another sacrifice. So let's get a shard and a leeching burrow. That'll be massive. Let's do it. Let's go. Here we go. No! Oh, I got the leeching burrow. So he's a 10/10, which is obviously insane. And that's just thanks to the fact that I let a 6/6 die. You know, it's obviously very nice. But I can't play it this turn, so we'll just have to do it next turn. Which is fine. I mean, I'm obviously winning this game. We'll just attack with those. The air will probably not block. It really doesn't matter. Oh, okay, it does double block for whatever reason. We'll kill that one, obviously. And we win next turn, guaranteed. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but I mean, it's a 10/10 with Crush. Very likely. So we don't need Extinction. We definitely don't need that anymore. We're under no pressure at all. We've got complete control of the game. Loads of lethal bunnies with, you know, possible another 5 more hitting the board. As this is already at 3, and it only pops when it gets 2 in the same turn. So at minimum we're going to get 5 from this, maybe more. Which, you know, we're going to win the game before that even pops, most likely. Unless it pops next turn, of course. So we'll see. Bum 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 bum. But yeah, it's going to be all the decks that I've made so far. It's going to be insane when we get more equipment. Like I was saying before, getting equipment for Vampire King in the head slot would be really sweet. So there's the shard. Let's play out that 10/10. I could have won that turn. I mean, how? I didn't have. I got this from sacrificing and only had 1 shard, so I couldn't. You know, this one's only a 2/2. So if you were just, yeah, never mind. I assume that's what you're thinking. Maybe I missed something. I don't think so though. So we'll make this a 12/12 because why not? Why not? I mean, I super win, so I'll just do that. It's a super win. Super victory! But yeah, I didn't have this. Hey, on Midnight. Bella. So, oh, it's blocking 1 damage. Look out. Alright, so there's Azume dead. Splat. Good old leeching burrows, and as you can see, had a lot of cards in hand thanks to the necessary sacrifices. And plenty of life again, under no pressure. Bella, alright, I'll let you outside in a second, alright? In a second. And he just, well, my game crashed. Ah! You know what? I guess that's the game saying, go on, let Bella outside. So I'll be back. I mean, if it blocked Killblades, which it very likely would have, I wouldn't have had Fatal. Which, I mean, it did block Killblades. So, yeah, maybe. Anyway, I'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to let Bella outside, and then I will show the deck after I log back in. So, yeah, stick around, and I'll be back in a minute or two.